to Weedsday Wednesday, Tucson, Arizona's #1 online radio podcast about all things medical cannabis. Your host,
Finally.
The Cannabis Kid. Our show features news, interviews, and all the latest information about anything and everything medical cannabis related in Tucson, Arizona,
And the world at large.
We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call live at 646-915-8421. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on all social media, or email dhctucson@gmail.com.
we'd like to thank Tumbleweed Health Center and Studio C, along with our main sponsors, for hosting our show every week. With the lowest price certifications in town, you'll find hemp products, accessories, and all things related to medical cannabis education.
Visit Tumbleweed Health Center at 4826 East Broadway Boulevard or online at tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. And remember,
Be smart.
be safe,
And educate. All right. Welcome back to Weedsday Wednesday. Oh, welcome myself back, actually. I know it. Oh, I can't help myself. How's everybody doing? August. It's August. I put a little Halloween thing up, but you can't see it from the road, really. I mean, unless you stop and stare into my porch, then you might be able to see it. But this is Halloween. Oh, this is Weedsday Wednesday with Belle Star. Cannabis Kid's still out there. Darn him. We'll get him. Silver Sister's floating around. My gang is gone. What? How are you supposed to have a gang when they're gone? Lordy be. But I bet you're all wondering, how many days until Christmas? 142 days until Christmas and 143 until it's over. That's it, Silver Sister. I gave you your warning. 142. 140 for you. We're just going to go 140 for you. Oh, welcome to Weedsday Wednesday. Most excellent. How's everybody doing out there? What was that? I don't know. I don't even know what happened last week. I'm not even going to try and attempt to say it. Done. Nothing. But we would like to give a shout out to Tumbleweed Health Center in the Good Leaf at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. Yes, we're going to get a big, giant Tumbleweeds logo and stick it on the window. It's going to be huge, at least 3 feet across. You won't be able to miss it, but then you'll still come up and go, wait a minute, is this? Yeah, it is. We moved into our other business. We have another business called The Good Leaf, and it's at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. So we decided, let's just get smart, right? And combine them, because why pay for 2 buildings when you don't have to in this economy? That's right. So we did. We moved, got up, got out, and moved on. And this is great. Tons of parking. Great food places. Philly's Finest has some killer French fries. They're giant crinkle fries. And if you ask them for extra crispy, which is what I do, they're really good. Anyway, just one of the, and they have really good chocolate chip cookies. Who knew that a sub shop, Philly's, cheesesteak shop. I get the veggie cheese sub. And there's no steak, but it's still all the good stuff that goes on it. And oh my Lord, add mayonnaise. That's just my trick. Okay, so welcome to Weedsday Wednesday. Shout out to Tumbleweeds Health Center. We are gonna be freaking 15 this November. Holy, I can't even. I've been thinking back to early days. I wish Silver Sister were here. Maybe I'll call her and throw her on the radio show. But she won't talk anyway. And it's been really nostalgic. It's that I'm getting verklempt an awful lot because We've really worked hard to have these businesses, and we love them very much, and we're very grateful and very blessed. We're one of the very first. I'm gonna say, if not the oldest one on the block, or top two, top three, top one. Regardless, we have been having a very interesting and fun time. I would say interesting and fun time. Opening this, business in this industry. We all know what runs the industries, but we're in it for the patients, and we always had a good time talking to everybody. And that's when we started doing education. Let's get your medication with your education, which was a lot of fun, which I think we should bring back. I think that medication, you know what? Medication can come back, and people can just come in and do their thing. We can't smoke weed in the building. I don't even know if we could vape in the building unless we got, I have a huge filter, huge. It's like 3 feet tall, 2 feet, probably 2 feet around. It's a giant carbon filter. I got it from my plant room when I was growing like a lot of plants. Now I just have, I have 4 plants in there. I had a little poop of a plant that, came up after, so it didn't come up for like, let's say 9 days. I don't know what happened. It got shuffled around, and then it got watered and didn't water, and because it got pushed to the side. So I planted another one in there. I was like, okay, well, let's plant another one. So the other one came up within like 48 hours, like autos usually do. Within 2 to 4 days, they're like, woo, we're here. Let's go. Woo, let's grow. Woo. Yeah, that's pretty much how they are. And this little guy or little girl was just off to the side. So I let it grow until we got some roots established, and then I put it in its own bucket. But I put it in its own bucket that was only half filled with dirt because I didn't think this thing was going to grow. So I just stuck it in there. Now it's cute. It's growing. It's got its own little height. It's probably, I'm going to say, over a foot tall now, but it's really cute. I didn't even think it was going to grow. So we've got a tiny little baby pooper of a plant, but the other ones are doing fantastically. It's amazing what happens when you don't let cats pee on your plants. Oh, that was an accident. Oh, I call cat accidents. But there are a whole other issues with those plants, and in fact, one of our radio cohorts came over, and I opened the door just because I was like, look what happened. And she was like, oh my God, she started laughing. I'm like, hey, Mary Jane, little Mary, you can't be laughing at that shit. And we were both laughing and crying at the same time, because I probably got a quarter off of 2 plants, if that. It was insane. So this time I've got some really good buds going in there, and we're doing well. So knock on anything. They are happy in there. I do want to get the doors closed, but I am going to order from Lowe's. You can get for $65 a screen door, like a wooden framed screen door, which I'm just going to prop up, put either a cinder block or a lock up there, and give it some fresh air so that it circulates even better. It's a little warm in there, but they are thriving. They are loving it. Good light, good music, good air. I do air the room out when I'm around to make sure no kitties get in, and a fan, keep it going. Good soils. I do the happy frog on top, ocean forest on the bottom, so that by the time the plant's old enough, they get into the stronger soil. And then now I've got a nutrient that I added, and we'll see how it goes. But with autos, you only add I did like a third strength. They said you could do quarter to a half, so I just picked the middle, and so far so good. They seem to be happy. Oh, and I added more light this time around to the autos. I was giving them 8 hours of sleep. Turns out 6 is just fine for them. They are good. In fact, they're growing a lot healthier this whole time around. Fresh soil. clean the crap out of the pots, move some things around there. Unfortunately, because of the kitties, my closet is basically in that room now. So it's like I've got on a clothes rack, right? One of those heavy duty. This is like movie style clothes rack, full metal clothes rack. Not Full Metal Jacket. Come on, do you get it? Oh, I know you're late in the game. So I moved that over because thanks to ChatGTP, don't yell at me for using it, but I did. I took a picture of my plant room and it was like, hey, I'm not going to say anything, but you might want to move your clothes rack around so it gets more air. And I was like, oh, you are right. So I moved it back against the wall, completely away from their little plant area. Much better, much more airflow. Holy cow, why didn't I think of that? Easier access for me to get to the club. I mean, I'm not saying all it is like a gigantic, I figured this out the other day. This is my own take on Chat GTP, which my friend calls Louise. I know it. I think it's like, to me, I'm 55. I can't drive. Okay, I'm sorry. You could not stop me from that one because I waited a long time to be able to say that. Yeah. So, not really. So yeah, 55. See, and now squirreled it out and lost my train of thought. And you guys out there going, come on. Oh, I almost divulged my last name. Well, so my version of ChatGTP it's just a giant encyclopedia of knowledge. It's a data bank. It's a data bank of knowledge is what it is. And it's also a data bank of human experience knowledge. So you've got just facts, which I mean, scientific proven facts, I guess. I don't know. And then you've got, history and all that crap in there, like you would have in an encyclopedia for school, which we had to go. And we were laughing. I was talking to someone the other day. I'm like, look, we didn't get to check these suckers out. They were like 40 pounds each letter, because it went A to Z, and there was a whole lot in there about our world and our country and wherever you lived. There was a whole section of everything from government, history, agriculture, censuses, Censat, whatever you call them. Yeah, and Censat across the world. So that's my take. I was saying you to go sit your butt down in the library, which was so hard for me to do that because I just, I'm a wiggle worm. And so, but I did it. I made it through barely. And then got out and did my own thing. But that's what my take is. It's a giant worldly encyclopedia. And if you use it for things like that and you use it responsibly, it's not your friend. It's not a friend. It's not a person. It's a data bank. People, data bank. So that's my take. I used the data bank. It gave me some good advice, actually, because obviously other people are growing auto flowers. I've been growing for at least. So we're here 15. Did I start growing them here? Where I think I started in New York. I think I started in New York. Did I start in New York, Silver Sister? I think I did. I did because I came up with Creepy Tink. Oh my God, Creepy Tink. She was as shiny as Tinkerbell and creeped right up on you. I have to tell a story. Sorry, this is what this show's about. So Silver Sister and a couple friends and we went to see Pink Floyd, and I had like 4 joints of this stuff. And I swear to God, you got to understand, if you don't know Pink Floyd, look them up. If you don't know how long their concerts are, they're like 4 hours long, right? So you're there a while. And, when you smoke your joints in the show, you pass them around and share. And so I think I went through like 3 of them during the show. It was awesome. Laughed, cried. Oh my God, rocked out. It was amazing. And then we got back in the car. We're driving around. We're looking for sushi. We all, at 2 a.m, we wanted sushi, which in New York you can find. You can find a place, which we did. But prior to that, I gave my friend in the front seat my joint, and she's like, what is this? And I was like, it's what I grew. And she's like, oh my God. Okay, well, we'll try it. So she liked it up and she's like, oh my God. Well, she did not like it, did not like anything about it. I don't think. And then she's like, I don't even feel anything. And like 10 minutes later, she turned around, she looked at me and she goes, oh my God. Oh, that's so awesome. Gotcha. And then I just continued to grow and grow and grow. So it's been like, I'm going to say at least 16, 17 years since I started growing the autos. And, I always have to say, pioneer, I got laughed at. Did I not, Silver Sister? They laughed at me. And I said, too bad. So sad. These things are bitching. And they are. Autos are bitching. If you haven't grown an auto, get your hand on some female auto seeds. They are done from seed to finish in 60 to 90 days. Mine are I planted them June 26th. Okay, so what month is 6 weeks out? They've got beautiful buds already, lots of hair. They're getting super thick. Like, I'm super impressed already. And when I get that door for more air, they're going to be like, oh, super happy. As opposed to what happened the time before. Lessons learned. But this is great. Yeah, autos are the way to go, man. Unfortunately, the place that I last got my auto seeds has since disbanded. Wah, wah. Yeah, I wish we had that on there. I don't know what happened. I typed it in and I was like, what? Where did you guys go? But thankfully, I have literally a baseball card binder full. It's not totally full, but it's thick with seeds I've collected over those last 17, 16, 17, 18 years, however, because I've been growing cannabis for longer than that. So whatever. I have a lot of seeds. Woo! Golf clap for that. I love growing. It's super fun. And I typed in because what I found out when I first began to grow was these, they're plants and they take 7 to 9 months to grow a plant. And I was like, that's too long. I need something fast. I'm American. I want a fast one. Let's go get it done now. And I literally type in fastest type of cannabis seed. And it was an auto berry strain that came up from the Netherlands. And I ordered this and shazam, holy cow. Yeah, you get an explosion. Yeah, these things are awesome. Autos are awesome. And the medicine is super strong. I have to go out and buy infused weed to get what my regular weed does after they've keefed it all. Man, they give you naked weed. It's crazy. It's naked weed. You can't see it. I'm going to get that's it. I'm getting the magnifiers out. I'm going to check it out. All right. So during a break, I'll do that. I'll go grab the magnifiers. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in to Weedsday Wednesday and listening to Belle Star. It's been obviously a while since I've chatted on here because obviously I'm chit-chatted this morning. Let me tell you all out there in the great state of Arizona, anywhere. I don't care if you're in Portal, Arizona. Let's give it up for Portal. Yeah, a lot of cows out there. If you're out there, I don't care. If you have access to email, which most everybody on the planet does, although we do have patients that come in and they're like, hey, yeah, I don't do it. And we're like, oh, you don't do what? That electronic crap. That's what they don't do. Oh my God. We've had to literally set up emails for people, which we'll do. Not a big deal. We'll do it. So if you're looking to get certified for any one of these conditions, and don't worry if your condition isn't on here, I'll tell you how to get certified anyways, for all those grammatically correct out there. PTSD, you have to have your own records. That's not us. That's the state of Arizona's health department, AZDHS.gov. Cancer, glaucoma, AIDS, you're going to have records for things like that, HIV, Hep C, ALS, Crohn's disease, Alzheimer's, dementia. You're going to have records for that. Seizures, including epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, tremors. You are most likely going to have records for that. And cachexia may or may not need records depending. Some of our doctors can, work with you on things like nausea and chronic pain. AIDS, you will have had records for. So most of these, you already have records for. So chronic pain covers a whole host of conditions from migraines, fibromyalgia, backache, knee ache, menstrual cramps. Yep, that's right. All of the lady problems. And when I said, if your condition isn't on this list, don't worry. If you have something like, we have people that come in, they're like, I have insomnia, I have PTSD. Well, not PTSD. I have anxiety. I have Asperger's, Tourette's, things like that. If you have some of those conditions that aren't on here, and you might have other ones, if you're getting treated for those and it's causing anything on the list, like headaches or nausea or inability to eat, some medications even cause cancer, sadly. If your treatment is causing anything, you can get your card. You just have to talk with one of our doctors.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
Yeah, come on down and check us out. 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. We're getting a lot of customers that really like CBD herb. So smokable CBD, dry herb CBD. And we've got Silver Sister. We need some more. We've got a good little variety of sativa, indica. I think the indica we need to order more of. Let's go fast. We have CBG. We have hybrids. But CBG is the big thing these days. It's really fantastic. It's good for aches and pains, but it's also good for your mood. It's just like, it's another, this plant really helps take the edge off of things. And I think because, we have receptors everywhere in our body. I'm not going to get too scientific. We have an endocannabinoid system, right, Dr. Regina? And I think when you put cannabis in your system all over, especially you get the oils in your system and it goes everywhere, right? Your body feels better, so you ultimately feel better. And CBG, people are saying it's good for your gut too. So there's another thing. It's good for those gut problems. So yeah, we've got all sorts of stuff down there. We've got live, uncut vapes of sativa, indica, and hybrid. We've got tinctures down there. We've got a 10,000 milligram tincture down there if you want to come and check it out. We've got full spectrum, and we have it's 0.3% or less. And broad spectrum doesn't have any THC. And then we've got the different isolated molecules. I have to explain it to people that way, because if you say cannabinoids, they're like, a who or what? I'm like, yeah, it's Hawaiian, a cannabinoid, a who or what? So yeah, anyway. Oh, nice stop sign, Durlift. I'm right on the corner of a stop sign, so I get to see people flying through every day, including all of your UPS, Amazon, Postal Service, cops, you name it. They just like flow through there. Anywho, there we go again. Squirrel. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Tinctures, and we've got capsules, we've got gummies, the isolated molecule thing. Yeah. Cannabinoids, CBG. That's a good one. CBN. People are looking for sleep stuff. I had a lady, it's so great. They come in and they're a little skeptical at first. And I don't blame them because, Silver Sister and I, when we first started, we kind of felt like we were selling snake oil because it was like, step right up. This will cure. You have what? Yes, that'll cure that. What do you have? Oh, it'll cure that too. Oh, you have that? Oh, get on over here. We can fix you. And we were like, oh my God, this sounds like an episode of A Million Ways to Die in the West Part 2. Please make it. Please make it. Let me be in it. I'll even wear a dress. Come on, please. Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe I would. All right. Yeah, so we felt like we were selling snake oil because it's good for so many things. It really, really is. So the nighttime CBN for nighttime, that's how I think about it. CBD, we have a full spectrum gummy and a full spectrum capsule over there that I think is great. It's people come in, they want to take the edge off. These are great. And you can, with the gummies, I like, especially because you can cut them into quarters and start from there and see, and go up and see how many milligrams you need and, at what pain level, because it's going to be different every day. Your pain levels are going to be different every day, right? We know that pain fluctuates. We hope that you're not in just extreme constant pain, but if you are, and our products work, that's great. If they don't work, we will steer you in the right direction towards getting products from a dispensary of your choosing. And this is what I like to, I'm going to sum this up, and then we're probably going to get to a song already. People come in and they're confused. They see all these products. They're like, oh my God. And I say, look, all these products have the same thing. Okay. Some of them might have some mushrooms in it for healing. Some of them might have some melatonin for sleep. We can go through that, but it's all hemp and CBD and whatever, CBG or whatever, but they just come in different forms. You have to figure out what form you want it in. Do you want a tincture? You want to squirt something under your tongue? Do you want a capsule? You just want to take it with your vitamins every day? You want a gummy? You want to chew it up? Do you want to be able to cut it up into smaller pieces? That's what's good about tinctures and gummies. You can dose them into whatever you like. Capsules, you just take one, and if that doesn't work, you take another. Patches, whatever. I mean, there's so many forms. And then you just need to decide, what it's for. And we help guide you with how many milligrams to maybe start with, depending on the levels of pain. But again, it's basically the same thing, just in different forms. And that's what you have to figure out, what form you like it in. Some people really like the gummies. I had a lady come in, say she wanted to try the CBN. She looked at me. She was all sketchy. She looked at me like I was a snake oil salesperson. I was like, okay, just, it's $10. Give it a go. She comes back the other day, and she was like wide-eyed, like, oh my God. I said, it worked. And she's like, oh my God. And she was blown away. So, yep, it worked. And she bought a bunch more. And it's funny because we have bigger buckets of the things, and they're like, oh, I want it just in the package it came in. It worked just like that. It's going to be just like that. That's the way we're going to do it. And this is how we do it.
I'm going smoke some weed. Got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunter, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
Walk into my house like, what up? I got some good pot. I'm just pumped up, got some herb from the pot shop. Ice in the fridge, it used to be frosty. My friends like, damn, it's a stone nest, okay. Rolling in hella high, looking like it's time. Dominating on my friends as I eat some chili fries. Draped in the study with my girl sitting next to me. Probably shouldn't have had a big gulp full of iced tea. But shit, it was 99 cents. I'll be blazing and smoking, about to go and get some munchies. Next, passing up on those cracker jacks, Reese's Pieces of Rarits. I gotta get me some soda pop. Cotton mouth has me creeping up, but can't remember where I put my keys. Yeah, that's what's up. I'ma take your grandpa's ride. No, for real. Ask your grandpa, can I take a 65? The bill cruising to my local Publix. Nothing better than rolling with two super fly chicks that have frozen burritos. I bought frozen burritos. I bought some Ben and Jerry's, and then I bought some Cheetos. Hello, my main man Obama. A couple states have just reformed their laws on marijuana. What you gonna do? Send the feds there? Hell no. The DPAs will be like, oh, they got volcano.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
What you know about the science of marijuana? What you know about people suffering from glaucoma? They need it helps them with their condition. If you don't believe me, then just ask some eye physicians. Think your granddad for voting for that guy Richard Nixon is the president who made the plant illegal. But science is now showing that it's medicine for people, and the private sector's fighting to keep all of that illegal. Alcohol and tobacco, pharmaceutical prisons. I take those 4 major lobby groups and fight those motherfuckers. They're making money day and night, all those motherfuckers. And bribing Congress out of sight, all those motherfuckers. They be like, oh, it's immoral and unhealthy. I'm like, how many people are you making wealth? Anti-marijuana lobbies are making all kinds of profits, and they don't want you to stop because of all the special interest. I call that getting swindled and peeing shit. I call that getting tricked by the government. That law's hella old, so it's time to update it, regulate it, and then get it under state control. Peak game, look into my political telescope. Think it's gonna stay like this forever? Not hella won't. Not hella won't. Hey, Obama, stop being a hypocrite. You used to smoke weed, fool.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome. Let's end the war on drugs. It's time to pull the plug. These special interest groups are nothing more than corporate thugs. Let's end the war on weed. The people have agreed. These special interest groups have missed these laws of rivalry. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
All right, welcome back to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. How's everybody doing out there? Let me make sure we've got going on what we got going on. All right, what's going on in the kitchen? All right, welcome back to Weedsday Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see what's going on here. All right, Weedsday Wednesday brought to you by Tumbleweeds Health Center and the Good Leaf at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. Come on down, get certified. Get certified. Come try some CBN. Apparently it's really working. Oh, that's what I was trying to do here. All right, Cannabis Business Times. Let's go and check out some news. Let's see what we got. Let's see who's making us say that we're 21 or not. Nobody. Somebody did. All right. AZ marijuana. Let's see. Abstracts, new cannabis strain, 10 best-selling vapes. Work absence decline following medical marijuana legalization. What? What the heck? The adoption of state laws regulating medical marijuana access is associated with declining trends in workplace absences, according to data published in the Journal of Workplace Behavioral Health. Ooh, wow. I guess there is such a thing. Researchers from the United States and India assessed whether either medical cannabis laws or adult use legalization laws are associated with changes in health-related workplace absenteeism. Consistent with prior research, investigators reported that workers are less likely to be absent due to illnesses following medical cannabis legalization. By contrast, adult use legalization was not associated with any significant changes in absenteeism. Researchers reported, quote, This study identifies a statistically significant and quantitatively meaningful effect of medical cannabis laws in the United States on reducing health-related workplace absenteeism. The absenteeism reducing effects of medical cannabis decriminalization are concentrated in occupations and industries in which chronic pain, physical strain, and job-related stress are plausibly important determinants of missed work. Our results are consistent with the notion that medical cannabis access improves symptom management and reduces sickness absence. There you have it. The study's author concluded, quote, our findings fit within the broader literature showing that improved access to symptom-relieving treatments can affect labor market outcomes. Future research should attempt to link cannabis use, underlying health conditions, occupation, and multiple dimensions of workplace performance. Separate observational studies have identified declines in fatal workplace accidents and in workers' compensation claims, as well as increase in the total number of hours worked per week following the adoption of medical cannabis access laws. Well, there you have it, folks. Weeds making the workplace better. Oh, all right. Let's see what's going on in cannabis news according to High Times. They were arrested for cannabis. Now California gives activists medals and home growers golden bears. What? The hemp ban could slip a month. Read the fine print before you celebrate. Uh-oh. Okay. Daily cannabis use in the U.S. now outpaces alcohol as teen use declines. Yep, we're seeing this. What we're seeing is a big trend on even in our CBD drinks. People come in and they're like, "Ooh, didn't we have these?" Yeah, check them out. They're really, really nice. People like to just get really mellow, and hang out. They don't want to like black out anymore. They want to hang out with their friends and chill. So yeah, remember a few weeks ago we heard the story about the overall beverage industry going to the government saying, hello, do not ban the tiny bits of THC that they're putting in the CBD drinks. And remember, folks, it's the 0.3% or less of THC, mind you. So anyway, but you know what? I say stoners are smart. They have found ways to extract things from these plants that will just get you high. But most of our customers come in and say they don't want that because the dispensary stuff is so strong. They come in and they want to just, some people just like the habit of smoking. Some people just don't want the super strong stuff that's coming out of dispensaries. So they like the balance of a very tiny bit of THC with all the cannabinoids in it. This lady looked at me the other day and she was like, well, why would you only have one of these in a gummy? Like CBG was the example. And she was talking about these, meaning cannabinoids. And I looked at her, I said, well, no, I'm with you. I said, I always say, why not potentiate the entire plant? But given that, what people are finding is that CBG, just as a cannabinoid, is rocking it. It's kicking some booty. It's an awesome cannabinoid, and you feel really good taking it. Am I right, Silver Sister? I mean, give it up for some CBG. Stuff's great. See, G for great. So I say G for glaucoma because it helps with the intraocular pressure. I say G for giggles because it helps your mood, helps just chill you out, helps your gut, and it's great. So just overall, CBG for great. Yeah, you will like it. Give it a try. All right, so let's see. Let's see what they're saying about, we know everyone's getting awards now for weed. That's funny, all these seniors growing with their little medals on. What a change for them. Most of you folks out there, I mean, who I don't know what age group are listening, but you younger folks have no idea what everybody went through to get this stuff out there for you guys. Oh boy. It's still weird, like just being able to grow and just say, yeah, I grow. And people are like, oh, okay. All right, let's see. Okay. Expect delays. The hemp ban could slip a month. Read the fine print before you celebrate. State leaders released a stopgap that would push most of the federal hemp deadline to December 11th. Cannabinoids, the plant cannot make, still die on schedule. Both chambers have to agree, and the states writing their own rules are not waiting. Key takeaways. The Senate's proposed stopgap, hold on a second, would delay most of the federal hemp deadline from November 12th to December 11th, but it still must pass both chambers in identical form and get the president's signature. Oh, geez. Products containing cannabinoids that the plant cannot produce naturally would still lose federal hemp status on November 12th. The 0.4 milligram cap and the remaining changes to the federal definition of hemp would wait until December 11th. State restrictions enacted in Illinois and pending in North Carolina move on their own schedules, unaffected by any federal delay. The federal ban on hemp-derived THC products was supposed to arrive November 12th. Most of the industry could now be one congressional agreement away from getting 29 more days. Senate leaders released a stopgap funding bill on Sunday that would keep federal agencies running through December 11th and tucked inside, delay the planned prohibition on most hemp products until the same date. Quote, until December 11, 2026, the amendments made by Section 781 of Division B of Public Law 119 through 37 shall only apply with respect to products described in paragraphs 1C 2I and 1C 4I of Section 297A of the Agricultural Marketing Act of 1946. Quote, oh my gosh, I have to look that up. Section 2019 Continuing Appropriations and Extensions Act 2027. The hemp language appears in Section 2019 of the bill's separate extension division. Rather than repeating the definition, it cross-references two clauses in the hemp law Congress enacted last year. Those clauses cover immediate and final products containing cannabinoids, quote, that are not capable of being naturally produced by a cannabis sativa L plant, quote. Until December 11th, those would be the only new exclusions taking effect. The restrictions on cannabinoids that occur naturally but are synthesized outside the plant, along with the 0.4 milligram cap, would be delayed for 29 days. That's the proposal. 4 extra weeks for most products, with one category left behind. The 0.4 milligram ceiling is low enough to push most hemp beverages, intoxicating edibles, and full-spectrum tinctures currently sold in the United States outside the law. That cap, not the word, quote, ban, quote, is the mechanism that kills the market. Why December 11th of all dates? The extension was written to expire the same day as the funding bill that carries it, which hands Congress another decision. Point the next time government money runs out. Hemp's legal status would be pegged to the same clock as federal government funding. Nobody who has watched Congress lately should find that comforting. The House is not a formality. It passed a different funding bill last month, one that runs to December 4th and carries no hemp extension at all. The Senate still has to pass its own version. The two chambers would then need to approve identical language, and only then does anything reach the president's desk. Quote, as Mark Twain might have said, the reports of hemp's death have been greatly exaggerated, quote. And that's from Jonathan Miller, General Counsel, U.S. Hemp Roundtable. 4 weeks is also not the unit of time this industry runs on. Co-packers book production lines out months. Distributors need to know what they can legally warehouse before they take delivery. A processor ordering inputs in August is ordering against a federal rule that may not exist by the time the pallet shows up. An extension pegged to the next funding fight buys the lobbyist another round. It does not buy anyone a purchase order. Washington wants a fix. Supporters say the delay is meant to buy time for an actual fix, and for once, the pressure runs from the top down. President Donald Trump has publicly pushed Congress to redefine hemp and protect full-spectrum CBD products, writing on Truth Social, quote, "We must get this done right and fast, especially for those who saw that CBD helps them." His budget office sent House Speaker Mike Johnson a letter asking lawmakers to ensure the fair treatment of hemp products. The leading vehicle is the Lawful Hemp Protection Act, introduced in July by Reps Andy Barr and Angie Craig. It would repeal the ban language outright and replace it with a federal framework. It directs regulators to set potency limits with fallback caps of 5 milligrams of THC per serving for ingestible products and 50 for inhalables. If the agency fails to act within a year, plus a 21 and over sales floor testing and labeling rules, domestic sourcing requirements and restrictions on synthetic and artificially modified cannabinoids, Rep. James Comer is circulating a competing delay and regulate bill and a Senate companion to Barr Craig is expected from Senators Tim Sheehy and Amy Klobuchar. Quote, "While not a lot of time, this 1-month extension gives lawmakers the opportunity to address the critical issue after Election Day," said Jim Higdon, co-founder and chief communications officer of Kentucky's Cornbread Hemp, in a statement. We actually have that. The Barr-Craig bill, he added, sets a national potency standard and closes loopholes that allow foreign-made synthetic THC to proliferate in an unregulated market. Here's the part the celebration skips. Illinois enacted its own hemp restrictions, effective November 12th, limiting products sold outside the licensed cannabis systems to less than 0.4 milligrams of total THC per container. Anything above that threshold gets treated as cannabis and can move only through licensed dispensaries. That date sits in the state statute, and no federal stopgap moves it. North Carolina lawmakers are considering legislation that would write the incoming federal standard into state law. A company whose real exposure sits in Springfield or Raleigh gets little from from 4 extra federal weeks. The hemp industry spent the summer asking Congress for time. If Congress says yes, it gets a countdown stapled to another countdown. And that's what I was thinking this whole time through, was that this is just a countdown to another countdown. It's pretty sad that we're still, fighting it. The problem is, what one lady said the other day over at the Good Leaf Tumbleweeds, I call it Tumbleleaf now. She said, the problem I have is all this unregulated crap that you're finding at gas stations and smoke shops that just aren't even bothering to, find out what's in it. And then people are getting sick and, all that kind of stuff. So just don't shop there. That's all I'm saying. Go to places that are pretty reputable. We've been around for 15 years, and we do our best to find products that, we tried ourselves. Our patients and our customers have tried and come back and said, this really works. Can we have more? And the companies we use, some of them are new, but some of them have been around for a long, long time. So, again, the COAs are out there. There's the certificate of authenticities. Take it with a bag of salt, not even a grain anymore. Because this is why we don't, and this is what I told my staff. We don't talk politics or religion. And I even am telling our doctors, do not talk politics or religion, because this guy came in. He just wanted, I don't even, what did he get? I don't even remember. He just threw me off because he wanted to start talking about something political. And then he got out his phone and he's like, you just have to see this. And I just said, you know what? I'm sorry. We don't have time to watch videos right now. I said, is it long? Because if it was like a minute, I may have taken the minute. He's like, oh no, this is really long. I'm like, yeah, no, especially politically. And I don't even know if I would have taken that minute politically, because I told him that. And, I said, look, we don't discuss politics or religion in here because it's too sensitive. We do hemp, what I call decaf weed. Oh, you guys are slow this morning. Software is slow. Anyway, yeah, politics is crazy because our governor has said we can't even have, unless it's for topicals or pets. I think that's the law. We're not supposed to have. Is it point? Can we even have the 0.3? I don't know. Oh, it's so gray and so crazy and shady and greedy. Here's my deal. I know maybe you don't want to hear it. I'm going to tell you anyway. I don't care what you do. Okay, just don't cause me harm. Don't cause animals harm. Don't cause harm to the earth or this planet or this universe. Just stick to yourself. Stay in your own bubble. That's what I like to say. I stick to my own bubble. Stay in your bubble. In your magic little bubble. Stay in there. Don't come out. Seriously. All these HHC and HHO and THC, Delta 8, Delta 10, Delta 11, Delta, all, I don't care, Delta, Gamma, Kappa, Phi, whatever. Do what you want to do. People want to get high. I don't care. People love to be in altered states of mind, and I'm with them. I think it's fun. I think it's great. I can admit that. People come in and whisper, what are the mushrooms about? I go, it's about fun. I just say that now. I just say it's about fun. Mushrooms are about fun. Yeah, they can be healing. Cannabis can be fun, but mushrooms are fun. I think they're fun. We've got these mushrooms called Road Trip. You may have heard of them. And it's not psilocybin. It's Amanita muscaria, the little red mushroom in Alice in Wonderland with the white polka dots on it. Yep, it's that one. And other mushrooms, a proprietary blend. And so lion's mane, things like that. There, in fact, I think on the Road Trip website, they will tell you most of what's in there. But I took 2 gummies. You get a pack of 8. I took 2 because Silver Sister said she took 3, and there's no way she was functioning on 3, because on 2, I could not stop laughing. It was ridiculous. 6 hours straight. Tried to order DoorDash. I wanted a veggie burger. I wanted a veggie Whopper from Burger King. It took an hour and a half to order that. And then when I did order it, I finally realized, I was like, oh my God, now someone's coming over. And then I panicked. And then I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. It was fantastic. And so, but that was a lot of laughing. That was 6 hours of like nonstop. It was during the playoffs. Every tackle in football was just awesome. So then I went back and I did a half of one. And that was actually really great. A half of one was really great. That was like, and I should do that. I should do that Friday, Saturday night. Just come back and do a half of one. It's like when you drink and you catch that little buzz, that little tingly buzz at first. It's like that. It's just magic. We do have customers that take 10 at a time. The package tells you not to exceed 2 in a day. This guy goes to another planet. I'm quite sure of it. But that's on him. That is on him. Yeah, so mushrooms are good. We do have cordyceps, all sorts of different what is it? I'm not even going to say what kind of mushrooms we have. Lion's mane, chaga, what is that? Ashwa. How do you say it? I don't know. I can't even say it right now. Anyway, we've got mushrooms for healing, mushrooms for fun, hemp and CBD products. We do have the isolates. Some things for sleep have melatonin, some don't. Gummies. We have bath bombs. The ladies really get excited when they see the bath bombs. We've got fun, groovy tie-dye shirts, which everybody loves. A good tie-dye shirt. Heck yeah. Some hippie magic right there. Oh, maybe there was a kitty wanting in. Sorry, kitty. Come on down. We've got books for baking and learning how to grow, and scientific books. Dr. Regina's book is down there. Herb Rosenfeld, I don't think we have any more of your book. We got to get some. We got to call you. We love you, Herb. Come on down to Tumbleweeds and the Good Leaf at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. Come get certified. If you want to know what you can get certified for, get on over to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com or check out the certification section if you have PTSD, cancer, glaucoma, AIDS, chronic pain, severe nausea, seizures, epilepsy, HIV, Hep C, ALS, Crohn's disease, agitation of Alzheimer's and dementia, cachexia or wasting syndrome, severe and persistent muscle spasms, including multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, etc. If you didn't hear your list on that, your condition on there, don't worry. You can still get your card. We'll let you know how.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed,
sorry, buddy, I didn't know it was you out there.
Medical
I didn't
cannabis
see
may
you.
help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
That's right, guys. Give us a call, 520-838-4430. And we offer telemedicine now, just so you know. All you have to do is get on over to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com, and there's a telemedicine section. Just fill out the form. You can book your appointment, but you don't have to, because we're gonna schedule it for you. Fill out the form, and as soon as you fill it out in its entirety, we know you're ready for your appointment. That's why we don't book it ahead, because if we book it ahead and then we send you links and you're like, what's this for? And you're like, remember you wanted telemedicine? You're like, oh, I didn't fill out the form. That's usually how it goes. So just fill out the telemedicine form and we will call you. All right, folks. Well, oh my Lord. No, that's not what we wanted to do. It is that time. Let me get to the right time in our program. My goodness. Rusty here. Thanks for tuning in, folks, to Weedsday Wednesday with you every week. Mostly every week. Sorry, it's been a couple of rough weeks. I can't even get it out. All right. Remember, 142 days until Christmas, 143 until it's over. Be smart, be safe, and educate. We love you. Happy Weedsday Wednesday. Woo! Go smoke some weed. I'm gonna smoke some right now. Well, no, I'm gonna wait. Wait until right before work. All right, kids. Happy Weedsday. Have an awesome, awesome day. And where is the no, not a dinosaur. This one. Love it. Happy Weedsday, guys.